All right. Yeah. Good night, everyone, and thank you for being here. We're super excited because for tonight we've got a special guest over here to talk about e-commerce, of course. So we've got Bela here joining, and thank you for being here, Bela. Yeah, and maybe just as a little intro, we got to know each other from the SFM community, of course, and yeah, which is the community of like-minded entrepreneurs, and we've been in a separate mastermind group also for several months, already over half a year, I guess, right now. And yeah, within the group, yeah, you're very known as, yeah, you're admired for an incredible time efficiency and everything what's and also in terms of setting up your business online. So yeah, I'll leave an extra introduction for you, but I think that's already a little bit as a teaser. Maybe let's kick off with the first question. So yeah, maybe it's good to take us a little bit back in time, and yeah, if you can tell us a bit more about your background.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for the invitation and thank you for the very kind introduction. So I'm originally Hungarian from Budapest, been living in London for 10 years by now. And I am an entrepreneur and a medical doctor as well. I'm a dermatologist and a cosmetic doctor. And I've been a member of SFM for 4 years by now. It's gonna be on the 1st of January, it's gonna be 4 years. And I really consider this one of my best decisions of my life, joining SFM, because it's really changed a lot of things for me. And just to keep it very, very short, so the reason why I joined SFM is, guys, an ad popped up, and a guy called Dan Holloway was talking about the advantages and the opportunities in the digital economy. And my biggest problem being a medical doctor is I deliver my value with my hands. And if anything happens to my hands or anything happens to my clinic, I'm unable to work. And here we go, almost 3 years down the line with this pandemic. So it just happened one thing that could happen, and my clinic was closed for over 2 months. And so this is the sole reason why I started to learn about the digital economy. And I have an affiliate business, I have an e-commerce business. But I can tell you that the biggest thing for me from SFM, my SFM membership, is the personal development I've gone through. I can tell you that. And the second biggest thing is I'm just about starting to work on the project of my life, kind of. I can tell you that, and I hope that it's gonna be the last project in my life, where really unites everything that I hold valuable in my life, and obviously it's an online project. So this is my story very, very briefly.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's indeed very, very interesting. And now you live in London, right?
Yeah, West London, yes.
Yeah. Okay, and you started out online using the affiliate business model, and later on you decided to go for e-commerce, right?
This is what I think the best way to do it. Start with affiliate, because during the affiliate kind of path, you learn a lot of things that's gonna be very, very useful when you finally start your e-commerce journey. I have some members who started the e-commerce immediately after joining SFM. Absolutely all right, you can do that. But if you are really, really new, brand new to the digital economy, I would recommend to start with affiliate and then transition to the e-commerce.
Okay, yeah, that's very interesting. And how long have you been doing affiliate marketing before you started doing e-commerce?
Yeah, so I started to do affiliate marketing straight after joining SFM. So it's been 4 years by now. And I started we did it with my wife together. So it was a family project, the e-commerce. and we started it from scratch last August, so August 19.
Yeah, yeah. All right. And the transition to an e-commerce business, how did you do that?
So I am a black level or mastermind experience level in the SFM, which is kind of the highest level. And the reason why I'm at the highest level, because I thought if I want to have the best mentorship possible in SFM, I need everything that I can kind of access. And part of this is ImportXperts. And it was the first ImportXperts challenge announced. And I thought this is a very, very good opportunity to jump into ImportXperts. I always had an attraction towards dealing with products, having my first product, although I didn't have any product idea at that point. I just wanted to do it. And the challenge came up, and I talked to my wife, and we jumped in. Yeah. So that's the story.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And for the people, how would you yeah, the ImportXperts program, how would you describe it?
So the ImportXperts has changed a lot since I joined, since I bought it kind of 3 years or 4 years ago. It's much, much better now. And we didn't have any challenges beforehand. So you could go through the ImportXperts training modules by yourself. But we need to know the human nature in this regard, and we humans, we really tend to procrastinate many, many times. And this is what I see all over among my members as well, and looking into myself. So it's an overarching human nature, procrastination. So that's why, as a setting of a challenge, when there's a little bit of accountability, and there are weekly calls and homeworks that you need to finish by the next week, and you are part of a group and everybody's doing the same thing, So the whole setting of a challenge is, I think, one of the keys for success.
Yeah.
So anybody thinking about starting their ImportXperts journey, or any journey really, is find a challenge and find an accountability group on that regard, join it and do it.
Okay, yeah, and that's very interesting indeed. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at the questions here. So so you decided to go for the ImportXperts program, and then you joined on the challenge basically, and then you started implementing implementing the
Yes, so the challenge is it was as far as I remember 3 months. And I remember the challenge started on the day when we left for 2 weeks for our holiday.
Okay.
And so we needed to catch up with the challenge when we came back. We were 2 weeks behind. And there were the training modules. Every week there were 2 calls. The first call was a new lesson, and the second call was answering the Q&A kind of. And really we started from completely zero. So I had no previous understanding about e-commerce before starting the challenge, and I had no previous understanding about anything digital before I joined SFM. So everything I know, I learned in SFM really, and we just followed the trainings and did whatever we need to do. And if we had questions, we reached out and asked. This is another very difficult thing for people, reaching out and ask.
Yeah.
So that it would be one of my next advice to everybody is do your own research first. So don't ask tiny questions, which is one Google search away. So do your best first. But if you really can't, if you really struggle and can't find the answer, reach out and ask. Yeah. That's why having a community is an amazing thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's true. And if you look back now on your e-commerce journey, what how is it different compared to the affiliate journey?
Uh, it's completely different in that regard, that you need to deal with a physical product. So you need to find a manufacturer, you need to order a sample, you need to check the quality of the sample. So it's absolutely different in this regard. But in the way of the key for success is the same. So taking action, and so my biggest challenge in life kind of is I'm a perfectionist person, but I have improved a lot in this regard, because never anything is good enough. And I never feel good enough to do something. I'm not ready yet, I need to learn this, I need to learn. No, bullshit. You need to do it in spite of feeling not ready.
Yeah.
And you should be happy to making mistakes. And especially if it's gonna be your first e-commerce product, your first product, it's very important to have the mindset of not making, not having, and not building a profitable product. The first product is about going through the journey and making all the mistakes. That's the first product about.
Yeah.
And if it's not complete loss, you should be happy.
Yeah.
So that it's very important, because if you have a mindset of, oh, I'm gonna have a business out of the first product, I think you need to manage your expectations.
Yeah. Yeah, there's this quote that I like. It's start before you're ready, because indeed, otherwise you can keep on procrastinating, and yeah, actually, then you're missing the train. Basically.
You need to jump in.
Exactly.
And it's true for SFM as well. So you need to jump in without knowing everything about it,
Yeah.
Because if you waited for having all the information, you would never ever do anything in your life.
No, indeed. Hyper, by the way. So, okay, if we go to your products, what products are you selling?
Okay, so I have two products. I have the first product, and since then I have another one. And it's very, very interesting, because as I said, I started my journey with e-commerce without having a product. And as you go through, you find, let's say, 20 products. And then you do your product validation. And by the end of the product validation, you need to have one final product. It's a very, very challenging, very difficult task. And finally, I have chosen this. It's a bracelet. So it's a bracelet that I think looks kind of quite good. Yeah. But at the same time, this is a charger cable as well.
Ah, yes.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's a charging cable bracelet.
Okay, for iPhone or
iPhone or Type-C.
Okay.
And it has 4 different colors. So this is a black one, this is a silver one, and I have a gold, and I have a rose gold as well.
Okay.
And there is a male size and a female size. And this is one of the biggest mistake I made retrospectively. And it would be one of my first advice, to keep the first product simple. Because with all the iPhone and the Type-C, the 4 colors and the sizes, this product has 16 variations.
Okay, yeah.
Which is crazy to deal with it as your first product. It was a big mistake, I know, but I didn't know it when we did it. So from now, looking back, have maximum 1, 2, 3 variation. And that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe starting with an iPhone, 1 color, 2 colors, and 2 sizes maximum. That's it. And if it sells good, then you expand. But don't start with 16 variations. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And you know, I've given a brand name to it, which is X Charge Me. And we created a box for it. It's a pillow box. So anybody who orders this product, it receives it in this pillow box, and the logo and the design and everything. And I created a tiny card which comes with the product.
Yeah.
Be charged, be connected, be cool. And I also created a website for it. And if you give me permission, or do I have permission?
I can give you permission. Just give me 1 second.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna show you my website.
Okay, so you should be able to
share screen. Host disabled that handy screening sharing, so you need still.
Okay, Lewis, are you able to intervene?
Normally it's the 3 dots on the right corner down.
Yeah, I don't have the option here. Are you still host? Because I cannot give him permission.
Okay.
You can, yeah.
It would be good to sort it out, because the website maybe is not the most important thing, because anybody can check out xcharge.me. But later on, I would like to show you other things as well that would be good to be able, or maybe I can show it on my phone. So this is my first product. And my second product is a very interesting product, and I'm gonna keep it very, very short, because it's a great story and it's a long story, but I'm gonna keep it short. So I'm a medical doctor, and I'm in facial aesthetics, and I'm really into aging and anti-aging, and I follow a professor at Harvard Medical School, and he takes a product and he researches the product, and I decided that I would like to take this supplement myself, because I know the benefits of taking this supplement. But as you might know, that the supplement market is very unregulated. So anybody can sell kind of anything as a supplement, because there is no regulation. You don't need to prove anything. And it's a quite expensive product, and I didn't want to have an expensive urine, you know. So I decided, if I have the knowledge, and this is the main point, if I have the knowledge how to create a product and how to sell a product on Amazon, this knowledge, you have it once, then you can really use the same knowledge to come up with other products. And this I said, I would like to take this supplement, and I have the knowledge how to create a product. Why wouldn't I come up with the supplement myself? Why wouldn't I find a manufacturer and everything? And this is what I did. And this is my product with my own logo. It's Dr. B. And the reason why it's Dr. B and not Dr. Bela, because when you start a business, you have to have a mindset of selling it maybe down the line. And if it's too closely linked to my name, it's difficult to sell it. But Dr. B can be anybody. So it's easier to sell a product with a brand name Dr. B. But who knows me, my patients and everybody, they know, they call me Dr. B anyway. And the logo is a bee, but the logo has a heart as well, and the leaf, which is nature, so love, nature, and bee, so all these kind of things. And it was very, very difficult to find a manufacturer, because, you know, I really wanted to go for a very high quality. And it was the 7th manufacturer I contacted finally, who was a very good manufacturer. And it was similarly very difficult to find a third-party laboratory who independently checks the quality of the product. So it's really what it is. The percentage, the purity is what it is. There are no heavy metals in the product. and there is no bacterial or fungal infection in the product. So I wanted to check it independently.
Mm-hmm.
And believe me or not, I couldn't find a single laboratory in the UK and the Europe. I found a laboratory in California who was able to do me all these checks. And once they sent me the results of the report and I knew everything is all right, I started to take the product immediately. But I'm still not selling it because I'm still working on the funnel for the product to sell it. But a lovely story, I put it on the shelf in my office. And the first product that I sold is one of my patients saw it and said, Dr. Bela, what is that? And this is my new supplement. And without asking what it is, she said, okay, I want to buy it. Because if you sell it, I need it. And of course, briefly, I explained her what it is, but she bought it without knowing what it is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Trust factor, right?
Yeah, this is the yeah, but she's a long-time patient of mine. So, you know, obviously, the challenge is to build up this kind of trust online. So that's why we need the funnel. So for those who don't know what the funnel is, selling this product to you or trying to selling this product to you is like asking you out to be my wife at the first rendezvous. Why would you? You don't know me, you don't trust me, why would you? And the funnel is a journey, is a customer journey. So you lead your customer through a journey, you build trust, and when they are ready, they buy. So this is a funnel. And I'm building this funnel right now for this product.
I love your comparison. By now you should be able to do screen share, by the way. So
okay. So yes, very, very good. Okay. And I'm gonna share my screen in a sec. Just give me, because I need to launch. Yes. And share. And okay, share computer sound as well. So now you should be able to see my XCharge.me website.
Yeah.
And so this is for the US market and the UK market. So if you click through to the US market, it shows you the iPhone, the Type-C, the price and everything. And it shows some features. And this is another thing that I would like to show you or tell you is you should create these images and videos for your product. So here you can see the Type-C and you can see the iPhone. And these are the 4 different colors and 3 different sizes. And these are some videos that I created for the product. So this is a kind of a testimonial from myself. And this is a very, very short video that I'm gonna show you. So that's it.
Yeah.
And the reason why I wanted to show you this video because being able to create a video like this is the result of my affiliate training.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you know, as an affiliate marketer, creating videos and you know, video is the king of communication, because you can see me, you can see my, you know, my eyes and my body language and everything. So the video is the best to really build rapport and trust. And this is what you learn during your affiliate kind of journey. So I could use all my skills for my product in e-commerce.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's indeed super interesting. And indeed, video is very powerful. Also, like a demonstration. It's more quicker than if you have to explain something, especially with physical products. So yeah, if you would look back on your journey right now, what mistakes, you already mentioned one of the mistakes, but maybe you've got other tips that you want to share with us right now as well that you can think of?
Yeah, mistakes is, yeah, too many variations of the product. That's a mistake. And I would like to emphasize that mistakes are good. Yeah. And you need to expect to make mistakes, and you have to have a mindset of making mistakes. And I do a lot of mistakes in my life, and the reason for that is because as an entrepreneur, I really stretch myself. I really challenge myself. This is the only way to really develop yourself, develop your skills. And when you are in this process, you make mistakes because you do things that you have never done. So it's very important to be happy, be friends with mistakes. And I can't really recall any major mistakes that retrospectively I would have done differently. Maybe this is the one, too many variations.
Yeah. All right. And when choosing a product, are there certain things to really bear in mind that when making it, when choosing?
Okay. Yes, a very good question again. And now I'm going to share my screen again and confirm whether you see these products.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what I would like to show you here, guys, is another thing that we like to do in life is overcomplicating things. And look at these products. So these are daily sales. $1,500 a day. Tea. $888 per day. Macrame plant pot hangers. Leather journal. $2,000 a day. And inflatable dinosaur costume. $26,000 per day. So what I want to tell you here is chia seed. $100,000 per month. So you don't need to have a very complicated product to have a good product. So, and what I want to say here is keep it simple. And product selection is difficult because, as I said, you need to have minimum 15 product ideas. And at the end of the day, you're gonna have one final one, and it's really a challenging thing to have 15 product ideas. So honestly, I forgot what was the original question. But what was the question?
If there are certain things to really bear in mind when choosing.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Okay.
And make your research. Yeah, and think outside the box.
Yeah. All right. Okay. What would you say that would be needed to start an e-commerce business?
So I think, as I said, I would recommend everybody to start with an affiliate business path. But if you have a calling towards the e-commerce path, so you like the physical products, there is a calling, it attracts you in any way, just jump into it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a valid and amazing business model, and Amazon makes, and and with the pandemic, everybody going online, so the online product sales is a mind-blowingly good, very competitive but good kind of business model to be in. You need to find your niche, or you need to find your sub-niche. You need to find a good product. But as I said, just jump in and do it. If you have the calling, just do it.
Okay, yeah. And what are the three most important, if you can think of three, of course, but what are the three most important decisions that you would need to take when starting an e-commerce business at the beginning?
3 most important decisions. As I said, one is whether do it or not.
Yeah.
And if you have made the decision, yes, I'm gonna commit myself, and I'm gonna do my first step on the e-commerce path, do it, and have the mindset of never giving up. Because again, I think it's a very important message, and it's a very important thing to manage your expectations. Being an entrepreneur, doing affiliate marketing, doing e-commerce, doesn't matter. It's not a fun ride. It's a difficult journey, and of course we are all aiming to enjoy the journey, but you're doing things that you have never done. You need to figure out very difficult things, and you're gonna be down many times, and you need to stand up again, and you need to find motivation in yourself and in the community. So it's not an easy thing. So to know about this, so have this mindset, make the decision to do it, and when you do it, never give up. So this never give up attitude is crucial, I think. And the next, the second one is decision is which product you go with. And once you have made this decision, just stick with it and do your best to make it a success. And I can't think about a third one, but these two decisions that you need to make, I think.
Yeah. I think mindset is is super important here, right? That's the thing that you're actually referring to with your first point, I think, right? Yeah.
The mindset is crucial.
Yeah.
I have a question here from Per asking that how to choose basically between the markets. He's from Sweden, and Amazon Sweden just opened. So do you have any advice for Per?
Yes. So my advice in this regard is very straightforward. So the United States is kind of, I don't know the exact figure, but something 75% of whole Amazon sales. And the rest of the globe is the rest of the Amazon sales. And the second biggest market is the UK, and anything comes after that. So when you make the decision that you're gonna sell products on Amazon, aim for the US market, hands down, no question. Because that's where you're gonna be able to sell products in high volume. And then the next market is the UK. And once you are selling in the UK, you're selling everywhere because Amazon does this for you. So you don't need to pick this market and that market. Your product is available everywhere. But the size of the market is so small that don't have the expectation that you're gonna sell a lot of products in Sweden.
Okay.
Whether I answer the question or not, but aim for the US.
All right.
All right, thank you.
And one more thing, in the US, we do the FBA, the fulfilled by Amazon model. So we send out everything and Amazon does everything for us. But here in the UK, we do the fulfilled by merchant model. So we keep the products at our home. And when we sell one, we are the ones who package it, go to the post office and sell it. And the reason for this, I wanted to experience the back office work, kind of, what Amazon does. And so we experienced both sides. And obviously the FBA is easier because you have nothing to do, but more expensive because Amazon charges a lot.
Yeah, indeed. Per, I don't know if you have other questions, then feel free to pop it up in the chat. Here we go. I find product listings in the Amazon Sweden site will be bad due to translation. Is that a benefit with weight?
Is the question clear?
Not really. So,
okay, Per, you want to jump out?
Okay. Can I talk instead?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
I think it is easier than for me to write and to explain. Um, I'm just looking. I thank you for the answer about the US market being beneficial there. Um, but I look at the Swedish Amazon Swedish market site, and the product listings there are very limited or bad in the form that they do not describe things in Sweden that makes it understandable. So I mean, in that regard, I could be a lot competitive in order to sell my products because I can describe and answer all the questions, and I can be top of the top because 95% of all the products on Amazon Sweden comes from the other markets, and just as is Google translated or something, and it's hard to even understand what they're trying to say.
Yeah,
Is that it? Is
Yeah,
that enough? Is that enough benefit to look at that market, or would you just say no? It's a too small a market.
So again, I would say, you know, if you have a very specific product for Swedish people, really it's culturally or for whatever reason, it's very specifically niche Swedish, that's fine. You can launch it on the Swedish marketplace, and obviously with your native Swedish language and everything, it can be perfect, but the product should be good. So number one, the product should be good. The second, the listing should be good, and as we learned it in SFM, it's a beyond basic listing.
Yeah.
It's, you know, the good one, and native Swedish is advantage. But other than this, I would definitely aim for the US market and have a mindset of product selling everywhere good, not only in Sweden.
Okay. Thank you.
Because this is the big advantage of the digital market. So imagine sitting at home and you can reach 5 billion people. So why would you limit yourself to the Swedish market when you can reach the whole globe almost?
Sure. No, I can understand that. When I product select or validate the products that I have, you come to the third question, which is, can I compete with the others? Oh no, that's the profit one. The second one would be the listing. If you look at the listings of that product on Amazon nowadays, most of them have leveled up quite a bit. If you look at LSQ or whatever the number is, they have 6 and 7, and you know, for me as a Swede to write the same thing with the 6 or 7, I feel I'm not going to make it so easily. That's just my thinking so far, and therefore I should look for the smaller market, even if it's at least to start with. I'm not.
Okay, so I think I understand what you are talking about, and my answer would be is don't look for a smaller market.
Yeah.
Look for a sub niche in a big market.
Okay.
So aim for the US market, aim for the biggest market, but if you have a niche of animal whatever, trying to find a small sub niche within that niche. So if as Jay taught us, if there is a mountain, create a small mountain that you are the king of, you know.
Yeah.
So create a sub niche which is your niche and nobody else sells.
Okay.
Niche, or combine your product with anything else that makes it unique. The combination, you know.
Sure. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Very good. Very good.
All right. I had another question. What would be the best time to start an e-commerce business, if there's a best time to do so?
Yes, I think there is, and I think the best time. Yes, 2 answers. The first answer is the best time to start an e-commerce business was yesterday. The next best one is today. But joke aside, I think that the best time to start an e-commerce business is January, because it leaves you a lot of time to be ready for Christmas.
Okay, yeah.
We started in August, and our product was in the United States by Christmas.
Okay, that's quick.
Yeah, so September, October, November, and our product arrived to the United States on the 6th of December.
Okay.
Starting from zero.
Yeah.
So starting anywhere, during the year, because Christmas is really Black Friday, Christmas is the top of the market.
Yeah.
So start anytime to be ready by then.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. I can imagine that. All right. Maybe, yeah, and maybe it's just interesting to know. I don't know if you have any next steps for your online entrepreneurship with e-commerce that you want to share.
Yes, e-commerce is. I'm building this product line, so I have 3 product ideas in the same anti-aging niche. And first, I want to finish the funnel of the first product. I want to start selling the first product, and once it's done, I'm gonna order the next one, and then the third one. And my overall plan is working on my big life project.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds interesting. I don't know, Per, do you have any other questions? Because I noted your question, but I'm not sure if that's replied on with your question here.
Do you mean the one I wrote in the email?
Yes, that you wrote.
Here, which I almost forgot, I think.
Yeah. You want to ask yourself the question, or should?
Sure. I can just find it first.
Yeah, I've got it.
It was the question about the US market, the Swedish market. I think we talked about that, yes?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, for me, I'm in the process of choosing 2 other things, or 2 other questions that I have. One would be if I should start a limited liability company or go sole proprietor, whatever the name is. Sorry?
Self-employed or
as a private person, sole proprietor, to sell as a person or as a company.
Yes.
And
the big difference between having an LTD or not is, as the name suggests, with the LTD, your liability is limited.
Yeah.
So whatever happens, your company is responsible for that, and your responsibility is limited. If you are if you are do it as a sole trader and anything happens, you are responsible with your whole fortune.
Yeah. I thought maybe because if I'm choosing a product that cannot be so, either people like it or don't like it, it's not like your medical product or something that people can sue you for this and that.
Oh.
Yeah, we have lost Per.
We lost Per.
And you get them to groom device or internet here. Are we still live? Okay. So because it's the simplicity, maybe that should be okay to go as a private, was my one thinking. And the second questions I need to find the answer to is the product, of course. So
yeah, that's a process. So you have to go through that process yourself.
Yeah,
and, it's part of the journey.
Yeah. No, but it's all step by step here. So, but yeah, very valuable to listen to you and your insights here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, I see Marcelino also. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name correctly, but if you've got any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. Because, yeah, I don't know, Patrick, if you've got any other questions or...
Not in the chat. So whoever wants to ask questions just can unmute themselves. So it's very interesting actually about your journey, Bela. and thank you so much for taking your time. It's just very curious about all the different journeys that we are having in the SFM, and especially that, you know, it's just stressing out that a lot of people think, you know, you can do that overnight, but it's not the case at all. So you know, just work on your dreams. And I mean, like you said, we are aiming to enjoy the journey, but especially we have tough times and we have hard things that we have to overcome, and do your research. Like, I totally agree with the opinion that you shared, and it's very insightful, and I think very valuable for a lot of viewers here, and also for the recording.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, being an entrepreneur is not easy, but entrepreneurship is the only way to freedom. So as an employee, you can't be free. So it's you are dependent on your employer, you know, and you don't work for yourself, and whatever you do, you build someone else's dreams, you know. So entrepreneurship is the only way. And if entrepreneurship, digital. So I wouldn't start another brick and mortar business for sure. I don't say there are no good brick and mortar business models out there, but for me, to be able to do it from home, to be automated, and scalability, and reaching billions of people from home, you know, it's so evident that you know, that's the only way to do.
I might have a question about the community. So you said you're building your business together with your wife, and by starting out, finding yourself in the community, how much of support did the community actually gave to you? And are you, you know, beside the SFM community, are you joining, or do you have an accountability partner within the community? Can you share any experience about that?
Yes, absolutely. So the community is a major part in the success and in not giving up. And unfortunately, this year we haven't had any physical events where you can meet your fellow community members and hug them and these kind of things. So it's not happening, which is a pity. And we have a mastermind group, 5 of us, and Luz is one of us, which is also very important for accountability and, you know, sharing thoughts and these kind of things. So being able to reach out to the community, and for those who don't know what it is, we have a 90-day video journey in SFM, when you none of us was born in front of a camera, you know, so we need to learn how to act naturally in front of the camera and shoot videos and these kind of things. And the 90-day video journey is the first time when you really engage with the community. So people, we see each other, we comment each other, and it's really a very trusted space. So within this community, there is no trolling, there is no negativity, nothing. So you are really in the safe place, and you can be yourself truly, and you can grow in a safe place. So community is one of the most important things, really. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, I think it's the highlight, basically, that what makes the journey more pleasant, yeah, right? Instead of being on your own. Per just has another question. He says, if a product is listed, patented, is that true, or is it something that the seller writes without being patented for real, or how does he check it, basically?
So checking whether there is a patented product, or there is a patent on the product. Yes, that's the question.
Yes.
So, you know, if there is a chance like that, it's your responsibility to check whether there is anything like that. And the best way to do it is to ask the manufacturer. So before buying the product, you need to sort out this question. Yeah. So you don't wanna go into any legal dispute, you know, and these kind of things. So yeah, it's your one of your responsibilities to figure out whether there is any patent or not.
All right, Bela, I don't know, do you have a last message or a last thing you want to share with us? Some tips or whatever inspiration comes to mind?
Yeah, my always the same: execution. Jump in it and do it. If you start asking too many questions from yourself, whether I'm good enough, the product is good enough, e-commerce is for me or not, and so if the more questions you start to ask yourself, at the end of the day, for sure, you're gonna talk yourself of anything. So that's why if you have a gut feeling, if you have a calling, don't think too much, just do it, because the worst thing can happen is you have learned a lot of new skills and a lot of new experience, and you have met, make friends and all these kind of things. So just jump into it and execution. That's my best advice.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it sounds you're successful in something, or you learn something new if you make So basically, failing doesn't really exist if you think of it that way.
Part of the journey. It's important.
Exactly. All right. Last, I think we can. I don't know if someone else has another final question or so, because otherwise, I think we can start to wrap up here.
Marcelino, I think you joined the latest. I thank you for being here. So if you have any questions, you can just ask any in the chat or just pop up. I mean, we're just 50 minutes in, so Bela is here taking his time to answer any questions you might have or care about your business. And we've been through affiliate marketing, we've been through e-commerce, so whatever type of niche you're interested in, or any questions that spark some curiosity, and feel more than welcome to ask and to share your own journey. Okay, so all right, I think we're good. Everything is clear. No questions.
Yeah, then thank you so much, Bela, for coming out tonight and taking your time to answer all these questions, and it was super interesting. We're also going to send out the recording to our list, so there will be a lot more people that will be watching this as well. I think.
Thank you very much for the invitation. It's an honor. And if there are any questions, I'm happy to help if I can, and happy to be here.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Okay, then I guess we can wrap up here. I'd say thank you all for being here tonight, and we'll see you next week. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.